You can imagine what Garrett Dearborn told me about you. Just guessing. He was like, yeah, we used to love covering volleyball back in the day. Yeah, they were really good players. And boy, were they hot. Michelle, during your volleyball career, you helped lead the Wolfpack to 2 NCAA tournament appearances in 01 and 02. What do you remember from those seasons as a whole, but also going to the tournament?
I just remember being super excited. I think we would go into the season and that was our goal to get to the NCAA tournament. So we always had a strong focus, and when we made it there, we were just super excited. And our group of girls were very special. We loved to have fun, and we just worked our butt off and had fun and played hard.
Well, and talk about that team, because I was talking to Devin and she said I was really one of my favorite groups of girls to coach. There was really something special about you all.
Yeah, when I went on my recruiting trip, I was just clicked with this group of girls, and we were all so similar. We worked really hard. We loved volleyball, but we loved to have fun on and off the court. So we just all had the same goal. We were super focused all the time. You know, worked hard in school, worked hard on the court, and all had the same goal in mind. So it was fun.
And volleyball players traditionally have really high GPAs. I mean, you guys really are stellar student athletes. I mean, you represent Well, you were also on the team when the Wolfpack made the jump from the Big West Conference to the Western Athletic Conference. So what are some of the biggest differences for the volleyball program?
Well, you don't go to Southern California as much, which I'm kind of bummed about because I was from Southern California, but it gave us the opportunity to travel more a little bit. We got to go to Hawaii every year, which was awesome, and for a volleyball sport, Hawaii is always ranked in, top 5, top 10, so the best of the best. So that was awesome. We got to go to Texas and just see more of the country and play against different teams. So, I mean, as far as the competition-wise, besides Hawaii, I think they're pretty equal, but just to see more states, I think.
Sure. I find that interesting to hear you say you enjoyed going to Hawaii. I always hear, they talk about all the kids going, what teams are going to Hawaii, and I think, oh, those poor kids have to fly to Hawaii. It sounds so glamorous. But you're there, you do work, you get right on a plane, right? Like, how did you ever get to enjoy Hawaii?
Not too much, but I mean, we did play in a tournament there once, so we got to stay a few days after and hit up the beach and stuff. But just being in Hawaii puts you in a whole different mindset, so it's just fun being there.
Yeah. How tall are you?
I'm 6'1".
You're 6'1". How high can you jump? What's your vertical leap?
Not very tall, not very high. That's the advantage to being really tall.
You had the height of the net.
I'm probably average jumper, but I don't know my exact vertical.
All right, well, after leaving Nevada, you played on the professional beach volleyball tour with fellow Hall of Fame inductee Suzanne Stonebarger-Barnes, right?
Yes.
You guys were paired up for years?
Yes. So after I graduated, I went back home. I started working in real estate, and when I was growing up, the professional beach scene, at least when I started playing volleyball, I had kind of gone bankrupt and was gone. And so when I moved back home, I started playing a little bit on the beach, and Suzanne was playing up with the national team. And I called her up and I said, Suze, you gotta come down here. And so we really didn't know what we were getting ourselves into. We just signed up and started playing in some of the qualifier events and just worked our way up, and we're in the main draw and played over 5 years together and did really well. So it was really exciting, kind of unexpected, but it was really fun to be playing with a past teammate for so long.
Oh, I bet.
I think we hold lots of records for teammates playing together in a certain amount of games, up there with Carrie Walsh and Misty May, so it was pretty fun.
Right? That's cute. And they were called Team Gorgeous. Are you surprised? Right?
Some people would call us that.
I think quite a few. How was the adjustment from going to a hard court to beach?
It was huge. Yeah, you need sand legs for what they call it, sand legs. So it was a big change. I was a middle blocker in college and got subbed out when I went to the back row. So in beach, it's 2-on-2, and you have to have every single skill set. So luckily, I had every skill set. playing 4 years in college, but I really had to fine-tune passing and setting. So it was a big change, and just learning how to jump in the sand, and it's really a completely different game. All the skills are the same, but the mindset and the game plan and everything's totally different. So it was a big change, but we learned pretty fast. So.
And then there's just all that sand. I watch you girls, and there's just like sand everywhere. Does it bug you? Or you just don't even notice it?
You know, I think you just get used to it.
And isn't it hot? Don't you burn your feet?
It's really hot. Yeah, I would get blisters, my toenails would fall off. Yeah, it was, yeah.
All right.
That was a big adjustment.
Michelle, I'd like to give you a chance to say some words to everybody as well.
I just want to thank the university and the athletic department. It's a huge honor being here tonight, and it's just such a wonderful dinner program. And just being from Southern California, you know, when I was growing up, I never really thought I would leave. I lived there my whole life. I expected to go to college there. And when I came on my recruiting trip, I had no expectations. I didn't know anything about Reno at all. And they said, well, I might as well, when I decided to go to college, check out to see what's out there. And when I came to Reno, I was just so impressed. It was such a pretty city. So much to do, outdoor activities. Everyone was so kind and down to earth. And like I said before, I just really clicked with the girls. Knowing that I'd be with them the next 4 years was really important to me. And just all the athletic facilities here are, I mean, I don't think they can get better. The academic support is amazing. So there were just so many reasons. People often say, well, why did you leave Southern California? There's so many great schools there. And there's just so many reasons why I did. It was kind of a no-brainer. And I just see the school growing even more. The facilities are getting even nicer. And I know the tradition here will continue because it's just such a great school, and it's just growing and growing. So I'm so thankful I got the opportunity to spend 4 years here and always remember it. So thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michelle Moore Williams, Hall of Fame inductee. Congratulations.